Hello everyone, I'm Nate and welcome to my channel. Today on this segment of Let's Talk Yo-Yo, we are going to be talking about the second yo-yo from a fairly brand new company, Zero Gravity. Going right at it. They had their first debut yo-yo not too long ago. I reviewed this one. This is the winglet I have here. I'll be comparing it just a little bit to this one. But this one that we're reviewing today is the Ibex. They're brand new, soon to be released yo-yo, and their second yo-yo. All right, so let's get into the Ibex, all right, by Zero Gravity. All right, like I said in the introduction here, this is their second yo-yo. So I had the winglet here, really nice little budget metal yo-yo, but really solid design. Played great, really liked it. I think it's a good first design, really nice H shape, very competition sort of friendly, and pocket budget friendly, wallet friendly rather. And so I'm going to assume that the price point on the Ibex is going to be right around the same. I'm not positive on that, but really solid design. You can definitely tell there's sort of a pattern in here. First off, even just the simple branding of having Zero Gravity, their logo right on there, and laser engraved, as well as the name of the yo-yo laser engraved on there as well. And so you're not going to kind of forget who they are, which may be good for a new company, just to kind of make sure that they're well branded. That's their approach, and it's fine. I think it's a cool little thing. I like the laser engravings on here. They're pretty nice. They pop really nice, and they're clean. And I like that red on there. The anodization's really clean, nothing too crazy over the top fancy. I'm not sure if it's gonna come in anything other than solid colors. I believe that's all that you had for the winglet was solid colors, so I'm gonna assume that there's gonna be just solids on this as well. But yeah, good design work, very similar, even in the cups. You have, just to kind of compare them, you have a finger spin hub just like you had on the winglet, but it's a little bit bigger. So it's not quite as narrow of a finger spin hub. I'm not sure if that's going to make it necessarily any easier to hit, because it doesn't kind of dome in rather. So I think it's going to be it's going to feel fairly similar to the winglet as far as popping that up to hit finger spins with. It does have an IRG there, a really nice and hooked one there. As far as the shape, I would kind of put this in that V-shape organic sort of shape to it. You know, it's more of a V shape, but it's rounded, it's kind of bubbled out on there as well, so that it kind of has a little bit of an organic feel. And it's a little bit of an H shape with that gap design as well, with that little ledge there. So yeah, it's kind of hard to kind of narrow it down to specifically one shape, but I would put it probably in the V shape more than any other shape category. All right, so yeah, overall really nice design. Looks really clean in comparison to, again, the first one, the winglet. Looks right around exactly the same diameter. And then width-wise, it's going to be pretty much exactly the same too. So it's going to have a similar feel in the hand on the catch, but very different play because of the weight distribution. Where this was an H-shaped yo-yo, I think this is going to be a more like kind of just chilled, laid back, as not as much of a competition killer. But you know what? Maybe I'm wrong, because it may not have as much weight to the rims as the winglet is. It does have quite a bit of gap distance there, so you're going to be able to pull off horizontal type tricks fairly easy and so on, but not as much rim weight, or at least push to the rims like that H shape on the original one was. But I do think the feel in the hand is going to be a little bit more comfortable because it has a little bit of that organic-esque feel to it. All right, let's stop talking about it and let's actually go play it and see what it plays like on the string. All right. All right, so let's talk about what it feels like on the string here. Overall, really commanding sort of feel. Like I said, compared to the winglet, I do think this has a little less of that rim weight feel, so it's going to maybe be not as stable feeling or more performance feeling on the string. But overall, I mean, I really like the feel of it. It's a fairly comfortable yo-yo, and You know, just kind of nice. I mean, it's kind of got that nice blend. It is pretty laid back comparatively to their debut yo-yo, but I really like the feel on it. I don't feel like it's lacking in spin times or anything like that. So maybe it's not a right comparison to compare it to the winglet, but I think for those who maybe bought the first one, you're probably looking at this one as like maybe, okay, what are they going to do different, right? And I do feel like this yo-yo particularly kind of hits more of that just enjoyability, not so much pushing towards competition or performance. Though it definitely has some performance features, okay? It does have some good stability, first off. Actually, on regens, I feel like it does a little bit better than maybe even the winglet did, because it has a little bit more of that center weight and a little bit more mid-weight as well. Binds are really snappy, and it's got some good balance there. IRG's very, very easy to hit. Similar to the winglet, whenever you pop it up to get a finger spin, you're going to want to make sure that it is perfectly horizontal, so that when you pop it up, you're going to be able to hit that that nub easily. But it's going to spin forever once you hit it. As far as horizontal is concerned, it's going to do really well with that too, because it's going to pull away from that gap quite a bit. There's a lot of gap distance there, so less drag and so on. So you're going to be able to keep it off that plane for a little bit longer. Rejections are solid as well. So yeah, I really like the feel of this yo-yo. On the catch, I feel like it is a little bit more comfortable, just a little bit. I like the width and diameter that they kept with the winglet, but you can definitely tell that there's just very different playability. I mean, they were going for something a little bit different, not as just in-your-face kind of performance and weight, you know, extreme. Like the winglet had quite an extreme H shape, right? And so you had just extreme weight distribution to the ends, where this one's a little bit more balanced as far overall throughout the yo-yo, which I think is great. I think it's fine. Actually, I kind of prefer that in the feel of my yo-yos. I feel like they feel a little bit more solid and a little bit more controlled, where I don't feel like it's lacking on rim weight. You can definitely tell there's some beef there, but it's not pushed all the way to the rims. So it's maybe not as stable and maybe as long spinning as the winglet was, but it's not compromised so much that it's unplayable. You can still pull off long tricks with this if you wished. I like it though. I like the design of it. It's really clean. I think it's a good second yo-yo from them. If you liked the winglet, you're gonna like this, and it seems like they're setting a precedence of the style of yo-yos that they're gonna have, being in that budget sort of metal design, but clean design, solid branding, and just kind of have a similar look. It's gonna be very obvious once they start, you know, laying out more yo-yos and putting out more yo-yos, that zero gravity is gonna have something that looks like this is a zero gravity yo-yo. You're gonna be able to tell. From their packaging, by the way, that was exactly the same. So those little wood, you'll see it on their Instagram too, the little wood sort of and dowel rod packaging, that's going to be the same for this one as well. So they certainly have a vision, which I think is great. And if you don't have that, you're probably not going to last in this oversaturated yo-yo world. So I'm glad to see that they're not just putting out one yo-yo, but they're actually invested in it, and hopefully we'll see more impact from companies like this who want to support contests and things like that once they start growing to a place where they can support that. All right, so that's the Ibex from Zero Gravity Yo-Yos. Be checking them out. I think it's pretty cool that they are just going for it, and that this is a great second yo-yo. They had a great debut yo-yo. If you haven't checked that out, definitely be checking out the winglet as well. And but here's the Ibex, and that's going to do it for my remarks on that. Solid yo-yo, good design, a lot of fun, enjoyable yo-yo. Until the next one, later.